We've got two massive games today for our season. We're playing Vojvodina, and if we beat them, we'll go 6 points clear with a game in hand in the league. And then, after disappointment last time out in the Europa League against Bromby, we're only going and playing Arsenal at home with a chance to obviously claim a massive scalp, but ultimately it's going to be massive in our pursuit of getting into the Europa League proper for the second half of the season. Without further ado, let's just get straight into it. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Gravediggers. So, after the last game, which was Ladost, we sailed past Radnički in the cup. We beat them 5-1. We then drew 0-0 away from home at Red Star. A very even game. They had more possession by far, but we had ever so slightly better XG. Basically, they just did nothing with the possession that they had. And I wasn't going to complain about that. No harm done there at all. We then played Stuttgart away from home. Went 2-0 down within 12 minutes, and we seem to love giving away penalties in the Europa League. But we roared back to draw 2-2. And then we've just beaten Žužovský Stankom 2-1 in the league. Again, another massive result. And that brings us on nicely to Vojvodina. And as you can see, if you look at the table, Stankom are now 7 points behind us, and we have the option to put Vojvodina 6 points behind us today. So that's massive. And then, we've got the Arsenal game. No, not Champions League, Europa League. Arsenal currently sat in 6th on 9 points, whereas we are languishing down in 19th on 5. So very important that we get a result here against Arsenal. Really, really important. You know what? I'll take a draw for now, and then we've still got Trabzon, Wien, and Mjällby left to play. And these are all very winnable games, I would feel, these last three. So, a few necessity rotations here. Gaspar is injured, so Ilic is going to come in for him. And we're going to rotate Bargi out for Lomellina de Araujo with the view to playing Araujo against Arsenal. Basically, Araujo has been so much more dangerous than Bargi has this season. Bargi actually came to us saying, I've not been getting the game time I want. I was like, you know what, I'll sell you, because he'd be happy with like a 19 mil asking price, and we signed him for 6, so I'd be quite happy with that. He's like, no, it's fine, I'll stay. So I was like, okay, that's fine. Even though on paper, like attributes-wise, he is so much better, Araujo is just performing at a much higher level this season, and considering he's 2 years younger, I wouldn't be averse to selling Bargi if the right bid came in, and we just focus on playing Araujo and developing Ristic. One player who is probably leaving though is Philip Johansson. It came to me again like, I'm really not happy with the way things have been going. It's like, well, we'd already resolved this, but okay, rears its head again. And I was like, you know what, I apologised. I said, can we just push on? He was like, no, I can't believe you tried to apologise to me, blah, blah, blah. So I just offered him out, and he's potentially going to Getafe for about 12 mil. It's a bit of a shame. I would have liked more for him when we bought him for 9 mil with, including the add-ons that we paid for him, I think. But we're potentially getting a percentage of profit on that as well. So he looks like he's going to leave, but it'll be some much needed money to come into the club to help us strengthen in January, because there's a few areas I want to try and work on to try and sort of really boost the homegrown coefficient at the club. We have agreed to sign a new keeper. Faris Yusufu is coming in from Schalke, which will probably see Andrew potentially leave. Andrew's sort of plateauing out at 3 stars. Yusufu is currently a 3-star goalkeeper with the potential to be 4.5 star. And don't get me wrong, Andrew has some really good stats, but he's made a lot of mistakes this season which have cost us. That eccentricity has really come to sort of bite us a little bit this season, because he seems to struggle in some regards with the rest of the technical ability to match that eccentricity. He's given the ball away a few times. His handling, he's made a couple of clangers, dropped a few balls, and again, they have sometimes cost us goals. So as long as we can make a profit on him, I'll be happy. And Yusufu's joining for about 1.8 mil up front and something like 5-6 mil in total. Oh, Jovic has just done him there. Kostic trips it in. Onyebuli scores, and that's 1-0 inside 32 seconds. And that's a dream start in this game. And like I said, this is massive in terms of the league campaign for us, just because it gives us a bit of breathing room. We're still with a game in hand. Jovic this absolutely sends the Vojvodina player there. And Onyebuli, who I didn't realise until recently, is tall anyway. I think he's something like 6'3", and he has like a jumping reach of 19. But his heading's like 9 or something like that. So I've been trying to get him to work on his heading to maximise his ability to... Delabasic should have hit that sooner. Just to try and maximise his ability at getting onto those crosses, because he has the potential to be such a massive threat from them, as we've just seen there. Red Star currently drawing against Napradak. We'll happily take that. Stancom are beating India. At the moment, we are plain sailing against Vojvodina. And it's Kostic. Plays it in. Ooh, flipping heck. Risky there. Seen them go in before. If they score from nearly conceding like an own goal, I'll be livid. Oh, well recovered by Bargi. Nice. Keep it in, Jovic. He keeps it in. What can you do now? That's fine. Ilic. What can you do with it? He does eventually find Jovic. Comes back to Kostic, crosses it in. Oh, I thought it was going to be carbon copy. Kostic drawing Onyebuli, but Onyebuli this time hits the post. Oh, Nukic's header is just palm wide. Kostic trips it in. Onyebuli can't get to it this time, but Ilic cuts it out, loses the ball, but he's going to hold him off just in time for Kostic to recover. Topic, Rugan thinks it over for Bargi. Lovely. This is a very extended highlight. I'm hoping something's going to happen for us, just for it to be this extended. Jovic chops inside, crosses it. It's gone in. I don't think Delabasic knew much about that. I really didn't think he knew much about that. But the cross came in, cleared Onyebuli, but Bargi got his head on at the back post and bounced in off Delabasic, I think. Oh no, Delabasic did deliberately guide it in, and thankfully he stayed on side. And that takes his total to 24 goals for the season so far. He is having an inspired season for us. And that should be ours. Usually we win them, Topic does. That's a lovely bit of skill. Second half underway, and it's a highlight straight away for Vojvodina from a corner, and it's gone in. Igor Jelicic scores from the set piece. Andrew looked like he had no idea what was going on there. Looked completely at loss, all at sea. Poor defending, and Andrew, nowhere, absolutely nowhere. Bless him. I feel like I'm going hard on Andrew so far at the start of this episode. I'm not intentionally doing so. And it's 2-2 in... Oh, is he going to be offside? I think he's the offside. Yeah, goal disallowed. But that's a shocking start from us so far. Bit of berating for that. Well, don't get mad at me. You've literally just gifted the opposition 2 goals early doors. So switch on and sort it out. Let's just send the fullbacks just as a bit, the wing backs just more defensive, just to provide a little bit more solidity at the back. And I'm going to try and stop those crosses from coming in. Oh, look at that. Rooney Bargi. Just after he's had a word with me saying, can I start some more games? And we've been saying we'd be happy to sell him. He's gone and got 2 assists. He's gone and got 2 assists today. Ilic with the ball out from the back. Bargi brings it down. And then takes a touch. Looks a bit heavy, but plays a lovely pass. Onyebuli making the run. Smashes it home. No mistake, 3-1. Hopefully, that stems any attempt at recovery. I'm going to trap them inside. And any crosses that they try and make, I want them to stop. I'd rather force their wingers inside if I can. I want to see what their formation's like. Oh, Ilic makes it 4-1. Kostic with his second assist of the game. Nina worried really in the end, did I? But I still would like to see this. Oh, is this going to be another one? Lukic, Jovic, lovely touch. You got to sit in. Delabasic makes it 5-1. I can't see any reason why that would be disallowed. How is he even close to? Yeah, it's been given. I'd love to see what the offside was. Lukic dinks it in. Jovic gets it down. He was nowhere near offside. Let's see the lines. Let's see the lines. I don't even know why that needed a review. And that's the game. Right, let's make some subs. Let's get some players fresh for the Arsenal match. Rooney Bargy, I'd be tempted to start him after this performance. Personally, I would start him after the way he's played today. Same with Lukic. But not when we bring him on yet. Belic in there and Wako in there. Belic was still looking to sell, by the way. And Mihailovic. No, let's go for where's Stashovic? Not there. Let's go for Mihailovic and for Rogan. Early jitters at the start of the second half have been swiftly dispelled. Good hands, Andrew. Good hands. This is just what we need before we go and play Arsenal now. Because Arsenal's going to be incredibly tough. I'm expecting us to lose. Let's be honest. I think we have to be prepared for that. And it might see me not playing defensive, but a slightly more throttled back version. Although, to be fair, though, I did that against Sporting. And I ended up 2-0 down as soon as I reverted back to normal. It went to, we made it 2-2. And Vojvodna keeping us on our toes by making it 5-2. But we are playing a very sort of, we're playing Ilic, who's definitely not our first choice defender. Ordinarily it would be Gaspar, but he's injured. And Wako, not a great ball. Jovic plays it to Alexic, who makes it 6-2. Alexic with his 10th goal of the season, man. Is that second assist of the game for Jovic? And Wako's ball forward was hopeless, but Jovic gets it, keeps it alive. Alexic first time finish, smashes it in. Smashes it in. Easy days. On to Arsenal. And to make matters better, Red Star drew. So they're now 13 points off us, and we've got a game in hand over them. With our nearest rivals, who we just blew away 6-2, are now 6 points off us. Barring any drastic, horrific collapse, I think we can safely say that we're in pole position to win the league. Like I said, barring any horrendous sort of fall off. I was using this. I can't remember why I was using this view. But if we go to general info, no, not general info. If we look at our general selection info, we can see we've got Delabasic on 25 goals. Who's he wanted by? Lens, no. Bargi's wanted by Schalke, we knew about. Topic is now starting to attract interest from some big clubs, Milan, Juve, etc. Victor Rogan is wanted by Auxerre, and Andrew is wanted by Benfica, which I did tentatively offer him out, but they've not bitten yet. So at the moment, it looks like the only person potentially leaving is Johansson and Belic, if we can get what we want for him. I want about 4.5 mil for him, but I don't think we're going to get it. But we'll keep offering and see. So as we get ready for the Arsenal game, I've only made one change, and that is Jokic in for Kostic, just because Kostic just doesn't have the legs. It's saying he's okay. He does not have the legs. He'll be like half that by half time. So we're going to bring on Jokic with a view to bringing Kostic on potentially later on in the game. In terms of defenders, I've still not got Gaspar, so I'm still going to have to rely on Mihailo Ilic for now. And otherwise, it's as you were. I have sort of, what's the word? Spewed it a little bit. We've brought on, we've gone cautious. We've dropped the line to a more standard line, and we've brought Jokic and Rogan back into fullbacks just to see if that gives us a bit more stability. In terms of opposition, who we got to worry about? Thankfully, everyone's being marked who needs to be marked. Scalvini, I think we pressure him a little bit, and Akoli and Pulido, especially when his first touch doesn't look particularly brilliant. Neither does Akoli's. And I think we just have to pray a little bit, really. We've really got to build on that momentum after the last game against Vojvodina and hope that we can get a result here against a really strong Arsenal side. Like I said, I'll be quite happy with a draw. I just don't want to get smashed, basically. Just don't want to get absolutely smashed. And here's the first highlight of the game. It looks like it's going to be for Arsenal. Rooney nips in, wins it, gives it to Rogan. Rooney again, plays it forwards. Delabasic is in behind here. He's got Jovic at the back post. He's taking his time getting there, and Delabasic has missed the opportunity to play the pass. Jovic was just taking ages, just making his way in, keeping up with Delabasic then. Shame. Saka's got in down here now. And he plays it back to Jesus, who scores. Obviously, he's always going to score that sort of goal. And Jokic just got absolutely done there. Had just shocking defending. Considering Saka was... Did I see he was supposed to be being tightly marked? I think he was. So that's poor. I'll take this. I'll take 1-0 at half-time. So, I mean, Jokic was on a yellow card anyway, so we put Kostic on. We've gone back to balanced, and we've put Kostic in as a more, basically a wing-back on support. And we put Lukic on as an attacking midfielder now rather than a supporting one. And he plays it out to Rooney. Oh, shots blocked. Jovic. Get in, Delabasic. Get in. And he makes it 1-1. Just would not give up. Lovely stuff. Just would not give up. Is right. Get in the boys. Don't do anything stupid now. That's unreal defending. Whoever's blocked that was incredible. Come on, Jovic. You got a real chance to counter here. Don't mess it up. Finds Topic, love it. He's just done a little round the back of his legs. Little back heel. Let's not get cocky now, boys. Just focus on the job at hand. Right, subs. Rooney can come off. Lomolino can come on. Put a bit of fear in them. Topic can come on. Alexic can come on. Topic can come off and Alexic can come on. And whisper it quietly. I think it's time for a Louis Barry masterclass off the bench. Time for a Louis Barry masterclass off the bench. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. Louis Barry, 86-minute plus winner. Come on, Louis Barry, you've got 2 minutes left. We're only going to manage to get a draw at home to Arsenal, a very strong Premier League side. Fantastic performance. That's better than I could have hoped for. Honestly, that's so much better than I could have hoped for. Sees us down to 21st, but you know what? We've got the hardest game out of the way now. It's just a shame about the Bromby result, but you know what? We can now go and play Trabzon, Wien and Mjällby and try and get the results. That's a fantastic result, everyone. I'm really happy with that. Really, really happy with that. Good episode. 6-2 win and a 1-1 draw against Arsenal in the Europa League. I will see you next time for the double header against Mjällby and Austria Wien as we look to make sure we get through, ideally in the top 8 into the Europa League. Proper qualifying rounds, none of this playoff rubbish. And we've got 3 league games between now and then. Hopefully we'll be even further ahead when we next see you. Take care everyone, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Bye for now.